second iteration. Yeah, Pumpkin Jack is very positive on user reviews. Spooky, scary 3D platform in which you embody Jack, the mythical pumpkin lord. Dive into an epic adventure through otherworldly landscapes and help the evil annihilate the good. Straight up looks like PS2 game. What else have they made? Because that's been like 5 or 6 years. Evil Raptor?
He made a few.
A Kimbot, the one Cesar was talking about not too long ago. It's like the Ratchet and Clank-esque game.
Oh yeah, it's Ratchet and Clank.
That's $4.99 right now.
It just says Windows.
You already own it, Brent.
It just says Windows.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure it's one of those. It's like, oh yeah, it doesn't say anything about it working on Steam Deck, but it probably works fine. So, and I know it's on PS5.
I think Cesar got it for PS5. Is it worth getting for $5?
Oh hell yeah!
You think so?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Add to cart. Continue shopping. Add to cart. Oh, a lot of stuff on my wish list is on sale again. Damn it, Brant. There's your Tomb Raider 4 through 6. $13.64. That's what, like $4.50 per game? Less?
Not bad at all.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I need to mention that. I played this game. I got Buish to try it out too. There's a 4-player co-op that might be in our future. Tales of Grace's F is $25.99 on Steam right now. On Fanatical, I think it's like $14.99 or something. It's super low. It had me looking at it like, oh no. Clair Obscure is $35.99, but I don't think it plays too well on handhelds, Steam Deck or ROG, like at all.
Yeah, I don't think it's really optimized for any of the handhelds very well.
I tried on my ROG through Game Pass, and it was booty hole.
I don't even think the PC version of it was very, if I remember correctly, was not the way to play it.
Now recording.
Not at all.
I tried to do games, the Xbox Cloud, playing it that way, and it did all right, but I mean, you have to have like a perfect connection because it's, that time-based reaction RPG style, so you have to have all your timing right. And so I was like, yeah, I need to play this on a dedicated thing here rather than trying to stream it. It's not going to work.
I'm listening to you. I'm trying to hide Craig. I can't. Craig's back in the picture. He's like a member of the recording at this point. Disable video. Nope, that's not it either. How do I kick Craig? More options.
It's got to be the view or something, right?
Disconnect. Block. Ignore. Open in mod view. I don't know. I gotta get rid of his ass. He's never been in there before. He's in there now with us. You see the bear? You see the bear with the microphone?
Yeah, he usually shows up, but he's
not a participant.
Yeah.
All right, Craig, you gotta go, man.
Your grid view or something here.
Yeah, poke around in there and see what you see. We're recording at least, so that helps. We just have a bear with a microphone next to us. I don't want to block him or ignore him, right? Then it might mess up our whole thing.
There you go.
All right, what's it under?
Right. Go to the 3 dots at the bottom next to the end call part.
Yeah.
Show non-video participants.
Beautiful.
Check it.
There we are. Well done, Brant. I fixed it immediately. We're golden. Oh, why did that turn back on? Why was he all of a sudden?
Yeah, about to say, I thought we had that disabled.
I know. Like, okay, we killed this before, but now we're all of a sudden right back in here. What are we doing here? There we go. Trying to tidy up the imagery here for our hundreds of viewers and listeners. Hold on, Brand. I have to plug in my phone and unplug my PlayStation Portal.
Portal. Are you alluding to maybe something later on?
I tinkered with it. I just wanted to make sure it was charged and updated and all that, and that was the case. It keeps it charged. It's almost like Game Boy Advance SP level keep it to charge.
I'm about to say, I haven't touched mine. It stayed in that case. I probably need to pull it out and boot it up, look at it, make sure, update it, whatever else.
So my last update was, or last time I connected was May of this year. And there was no update since then. Or it ran it by itself, but I was at 78% battery, I think.
Not bad.
I was kind of impressed. Like, all right, that's all right there. And the first couple connections I tried to make to it, it just sat there and spun. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And I restarted the whole thing, and then boom, it connected to my PS5. No issue. So it's a weird, fluky thing. All right. You ready to get rolling, Brant?
Let's do it.
We're already recording. Now we're recording. Let me make sure you're in there since I fumbled that whole thing. Recording 8:18 started. Both of us. Yes, we're good. We're golden.
Good.
Now recording. Thank you, Craig. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 372 of the NOFODcast. We are No Outside Food or Drink, the Southeast premier video game and daylight savings appreciation podcast. That's right. It's dark as shit at 4:30. It sucks ass. I hate it. Brant, what are your thoughts?
Boy, do I love an extra hour of sleep.
That was nice one time. Now it sucks shit. I hate when it's dark early. I hate it. But I all of a sudden want to play more spooky games. I don't know why that is. Post-Halloween. This is the post-Halloween spooky game appreciation podcast.
You talked about maybe having others in your household play those games.
I did.
Would you boot?
I did.
Would you boot up the original with the tank controls? Which console would you do? Would you do the PS5 versions with the rewind and the save feature? And
you already knew this is something I was going to ask you because I have the original. We spoke about Resident Evil.
Yep.
I have it accessed to it on PlayStation, GameCube, as in the remake. Yep. The Wii is also the remake.
Mm-hmm.
PS3, the HD edition. PS4, also the HD edition. Steam, the HD edition. Brant, what would you go with if you were to pick your first Resident Evil experience as a young lad?
I'm almost at a loss for words. You did not say Dreamcast.
Resident Evil 1 is on Dream. I don't think it's on Dreamcast. I think it's Resident Evil 2 and Code Veronica.
About to say the original, I guess, isn't on there.
No. We'll start with the first one, right? That's the place to start with.
Start with the original.
The OG, the Jill sandwich, the creepy mansion. That's where I'm talking about. I've also never beat that game.
I guess the GameCube version would be probably what I would lean toward.
Yeah. It's a great spin of that original in a modern context with still tank controls though, isn't it? They can fight with the controls. This might be a really good time. I wish the internet was not what it was and we could stream this because I think it'd be a really good time. I know there's some certain moments in that game that will just blow their minds. I left out a version, Brant. My most played version of the original Resident Evil is on, guess what format? I don't know if you've ever played it on this one. I bet you have a copy. I bet you have a copy.
What? You're gonna surprise. What are you gonna say?
The subtitle for this one was Deadly Silence, if I remember right.
Deadly Silence.
Resident Evil Deadly Silence. I think that's right.
Deadly Silence.
Deadly Silence. You got this, Brant. You got this. I know you have a copy. I may have sold Cesar his copy. As a matter of fact. Maybe not. You're looking it up now.
Oh, on the DS.
No,
I don't have a copy of this.
The DS version. I played the shit out of this. I think he and I played some of this. Was there a multiplayer component? Are you looking at it?
I'm looking to see here. I mean, I do have a way I could play that, actually.
Yes, we all do.
I have a few ways I could play that. Look up images here. Try and see if there's a...
But you have heard of it.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about this one.
I think that was the only one. They just did that one. But everything was selling like gangbusters on the DS at that point.
It's kind of surprising that that's the only one that they did, considering that, once the 3DS came out, they had Revelations.
And they probably could have done a port of that GameCube one and Resident Evil 0.
I'm looking at the back of the case. Wireless DS multi-card play. 2 to 4 player.
Yeah, Cesar did something with the multiplayer. I remember this. He's the only one I would have played it with, so.
Join up with 2 to 4 friends and scream together playing multiplayer mode in specially created map.
It was intense. It was fun, though. That's a unique experience. Deadly Silence. So what's your favorite spooky November video game? Oh, now you're all in on this one, huh? Now you're all in on this version.
I'm just this one that I accidentally clicked on a eBay listing here, and it is obviously Resident Evil Deadly Silence Nintendo DS 2006. It says sealed brand new. It is $399.95.
Sounds about right.
Holy crap.
100% markup? I think it was originally $39.99, maybe $29.99. That's madness. Or I don't even know what that percent is.
Yeah, it seems like it goes for around about $70 for $60 to $70 for just the cartridge. And 90 to upwards of 100 complete.
So I had this. We played this together. I don't think I traded this one in. I think this is one that was stolen from me. Because I do not have this in my collection anymore. That I know of. It may be sitting in there, but I'm pretty sure I don't. So you're leaning towards GameCube Resident Evil? With the good controller and 4x3 CRT... pump some Dolby Digital to my bookshelf speakers and let it play in stereo. That's what. Yeah, I'm thinking the same.
And now I see Resident Evil, The Mercenaries 3D.
I got that when it came out, and I talked friend of the show Mark's Knight into getting that with his 3DS. I said, so this may be some super deep lore. We knew the Ambassador program was coming, right? I said, go. Right. There was a window where you could get the Ambassador program, and the 3DS had already dropped. So, friend of the show, Mark's Knight, went and got the smoky gray original 3DS, and he got... Was Mercenaries free? Either way, he bought Mercenaries with it, so he had a game with it. So, he got the Ambassador 3DS at the lower price, and he picked up Resident Evil Mercenaries. Dang. I don't know how much he played at that one, though. How much is that game by itself?
Oh, like 30, 35.
Yeah, I think I still have that one.
with the case and all. So
we love,
Yeah, I
Cesar and I
know.
played the shit out of that mode for PS3, just messing around with
Oh,
it.
yeah.
So when that dedicated 3DS one came out, it was like, oh, we're totally in for this. This is absolutely our jam. Brant, there's news tonight. Someone contributed to the news and built out news for our show. This 372nd iteration of the NOFODcast. Here's the news. I wanted to go back to the spooky thing because a friend of the show, Charles, has been playing Chronos New Dawn, which Cesar talked about on the show.
Yeah.
He's almost done with it, or he's beat it. So
There's a demo now on Steam Deck. I don't know if it's hit everywhere else too, but I saw it finally came to Steam Deck.
I might try it out too. I know it's a Bloober Team game, and I know he enjoyed the medium. I was like, have you played the Silent Hill 2 remake? He said no. I said, I have a copy. You can borrow it. You can absolutely play that. Because he had asked me about Chronos. He bought the Series X, and he's got a PS5, and he asked me about Chronos. And I was like, if it's third party like that, and there's no like clear advantage, I usually err towards the side of the DualSense controller. Just whatever integration they do with shooting, or like the footsteps on Battlefield, or whatever it is, it just feels like that controller kind of, it sets it apart to me. It's just, that's the difference maker. So I think he's almost done with Chronos, or he finished it. Tonight's news, Brand, I was alluding to this earlier. Amazon gaming layoffs. That's no bueno. Microsoft isn't in competition with gaming platforms? Question mark. What does that even mean? They are a gaming platform. Or are they a gaming lifestyle? It's not a gaming platform. It's a gaming lifestyle. Battlefield Red Sec is here. Find out what that is. Big Animal Crossing update, which I may have to download and pay my little dues for. And we have your November PlayStation Essential Games. I'm one of your hosts tonight, Richard Bergman, joined by Newsmaster Brant McKee.
What's up?
Brant, thank you for building the news.
No problem, sir.
And thank you for your advice on how my household should consume Resident Evil. I think this is probably going to happen some sooner than later. We'll see if they want to keep going with it, but I at least want to start it and set that atmosphere and the initial couple rooms and see where it goes from there.
I mean, if you really, really want to have some fun, I mean, they really enjoyed that dance pad. You get a dance pad controller, get them trying to control Resident Evil with the dance pad.
Exercise and horror at the same time. How quickly can you run forward? Resident Evil dance pad. That's not a bad concept. We've seen people beat Dark Souls with those things. Why not?
Yeah.
Or hook up the guitar. One person's on the mic, one person's on the guitar, and they two-player input, and they beat Resident Evil. Shoot her! Oh, that would be a sight. I'm excited. I think they're we need to bond over stuff like this. I think they're ready. This is the right time that I was introduced to certain things like that, and it would just, I think that would be awesome. I was 10 when Resident Evil came out. So that honestly checks out. It really does. And that would make me, 15 or 16 by the time that remake came out on GameCube, and that hit a whole nother audience. It wasn't like, oh, here's this thing again. It was, oh my gosh, have you seen what it looks like now on GameCube? Like it was like a director's cut.
See, and mine was secondhand knowledge because it was friend of the show, Jay, who was telling me about this new game that his brother got, where if you stood in place too long, the zombie would come, the footsteps would get louder and louder, and the zombie would come to you, and there's these zombie dogs, and it's crazy and super scary. And
Brant, worlds are colliding. Guess where the first place I played Resident Evil for GameCube was?
Probably friend of the show Jay's, with friend of the show Jay's brother, friend of the show Joel.
Yep. Guess who played through Eternal Darkness together, in which one individual was still playing and one individual was asleep behind him. And this individual woke up and said, or got up and said, you better fucking wake up. I'm not doing this by myself. This shit's scary as hell. You better get your ass
Oh my
up.
gosh.
We played Eternal Darkness, man. That shit was crazy. And this was...
You mean you didn't wake up and go, Witcher time.
Witcher time. This was like past the controller, right? So I was in front of... He had like a trundle bed type thing. So I'm on the floor, like in front of the TV.
I remember that bed.
I'm playing this way in the basement, and I'm passing the controller back and forth. This motherfucker goes to sleep. And it's done with my turn. I turn around, I see him asleep. I'm like, no, you have to get up. It's just me, and there's a door right there. Like, I can see this door. Somebody could come in after me. Oh, good times. I was thinking about, this is a total other side note, but I was thinking about the launch of the PS2 this past week. It's been 25 years since the PS2 came out, Brant. Can you believe that?
Time does fly, man.
You feel older and older. And I've been watching specials about this and that and all sorts of things and reminiscing, and we're old now, so we love retro games. I've always loved retro games. I've always loved games. It was never like, this game's old. It's like, this is an older game. That's kind of how it was for me. And myself, friend of the show Joel, friend of the show Jay, we would stay up super late. This is not a PS2 launch title, but we played a lot of it. No, we played the GameCube version of this one, Time Splitters 2. It had a map editor in which you could make all sorts of crazy, zany scenarios. Not only could you lay out the map the way you wanted to, you made the mode. So think of like Halo Slayer or Capture the Flag or that sort of thing. You could inject those into the maps you created. You could build the whole game type and everything. And we had a really, really good one on GameCube that was called Virus. With the monkey, the short character, like the Odd Job or Elvis from Perfect Dark. And the monkey would start with one, and they would run around, it would affect another one, and there'd be another monkey running around. It was just, oh my God, we had so much fun with that. And we would just laugh. I need to reach out to one of the two of them and see if there's any way that memory card is still hanging around. And if there's a way we could get that level off that memory card.
Yeah.
I haven't thought of that until now. Do you have friend of the show Jay's number?
I do not.
All right. He and I are friends on Steam. So maybe if you check my Steam friends list, you can add him from there, but I do not have his number. I have friend of the show Joel's number. So I could always check with him and see if that's something he still has sitting around. That'd be fucking awesome. That'd be a good stream. Breaking out a memory card from the first Bush. The Bush Jr., the first Bush Jr. presidency that long ago, just water under the bridge, you know, just for it to still be active and have all those levels on it.
2001, 2002.
This would have been probably us for our heyday 02, 03, most likely.
Yeah.
Because I was driving by 04. Yeah, it could be 04. Oh my God. If I could design, or if I could get access to that map right now, I would play 20 hours of that Virus mode on Time Splitters 2. You know the monkey character I'm talking about, right? And they would carry a gun like this, and you just see this monkey coming around the corner with like it'd be dual wielding shotgun stuff. But it's lit up green. It's like neon green because it's the virus. And they would just pass each other. The AI, I don't know if it just wasn't that smart, but they would just pass each other and affect each other. So it starts with one. And then by the time you've pulled your whole team off to the side and stuff, there's like 90 monkeys running around that are all infected with that virus thing. Oh, God. Brant, let's get into the news. We're going to wax poetic forever. We're old guys. We like talking about video games. This comes from VGC, VideoGamesChronicle.com. Amazon's Lord of the Rings MMO has reportedly also been canceled. This is via Andy Robinson alongside laid-off video games workers. Suggests Lord of the Rings game has been axed as part of significant cuts. So the game is the big part of the cuts, maybe, from this story. Amazon announced a huge round of layoffs on Tuesday, which are said to have affected at least 14,000 jobs, including a significant number of people at New World's developer, Amazon Games Orange County. Amazon's latest plans for the Lord of the Rings MMO were announced in 2023. My article just shit the bed. As part of a partnership with Middle Earth rights owner Embracer. The game was described as a, quote, persistent open-world MMO adventure spanning the events of The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings trilogy. That sounds like it would have been fun. What else did, okay, it's the New World people. If accurate, the cancellation comes as a little surprise considering Amazon Games comments this week that it's stepping away from MMO development and ending development of its existing online game, New World. I remember being sent an exclusive beta invite for New World, which I thought was pretty successful for them. I guess the numbers weren't there, huh?
I guess not.
Bezos needs his money from elsewhere.
I mean, it's seemingly the same thing that happened with Stadia. They're moving away from some of these bigger games and going more towards like smaller AI developed games or like kind of mobile-esque games or some very, much easier to develop, easier to plan, easier to maintain games rather than these massive online multiplayer games where it just takes a lot of time and money, I guess way more than they originally thought, which, like I said, kind of happened with Stadia. They didn't realize the scope of the development of all those games they were trying to go through.
Did they pull the plug on Stadia too early? Because more and more and more of gaming seems to be going to cloud-centric stuff, and like it seems like they were 5 years too early, maybe?
There is a lot of stuff that, is going more cloud-based. I think it's too much too fast. They try to jump in immediately and go all in.
Right.
Whereas the other companies that are doing it are, they're established companies and they also do cloud as like an extra thing.
As an additional to
yeah.
Well, Embracer has plenty of money and plenty of projects. They're going to do something else with Lord of the Rings, I assume.
More than likely.
Golem 2.
Let's hope
I want to play that. I still want to play. I have a copy. I want to play it.
Really?
I do.
Touted as one of the worst video games to have come out recently, so
I watched Jeff Gersman play it on his stream, and he called it a high definition, like a super high definition Xbox game. And I was like, okay, go on. This sounds okay to me. This doesn't sound like a bad idea. Who knows? Brant, tell me about this Xbox competition with Satya Nadella.
So next up, with VGC Andy Robinson, Microsoft CEO agrees Xbox competition isn't other gaming platforms, it's TikTok. So that was something Matt Booty had said, and somebody got a hold of Satya Nadella speaking to, let's see, TBPN. I don't know what that is.
Turner Broadcasting Public Network.
Maybe.
Of course. We're from the South.
The acronyms, right? The acronyms there.
It has to be Turner Broadcasting something.
So most of this is Nadella talking about kind of Xbox's full direction, because it's more obvious now that he's the head of Microsoft, and he's kind of steering the direction of everything at this point.
Yeah.
I know he talked about that, it's great to have more things playable everywhere. Why not bring our games to everything? He said, remember, the biggest gaming business is a Windows business. To us, gaming on Windows, and of course Steam, has built a massive marketplace on top of it and done a very successful job. So to us, the way we are thinking about gaming is, first of all, we're now the largest publisher after, of course, acquiring Activision.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, we want to be a fantastic publisher. Seeming similar in approach to what we did with Office.
That makes sense. It makes sense.
It does make sense, right?
I get it. And now their multi-platform approach looks very similar to what they did with Steam, with putting those games on Steam all these years.
We're going to be everywhere on every platform, said Nadella. So we want to make sure whether it's consoles, whether it's PC, whether it's mobile, whether it's cloud gaming or the TV, we just want to make sure the games are enjoyed by gamers everywhere. And then, of course, blah, blah, blah. They talked about like how the next generation Xbox will most likely be more PC-esque. Kind of like how the ROG Xbox Ally is a completely Windows-based handheld PC.
Right.
But with that, Xbox layer.
I mean, those of us with a hefty Xbox and Steam digital library, that's not a bad proposition.
All right.
It's a pretty consumer-friendly proposition.
But then finally, Nadella echoed comments made by Matt Booty, where he claimed Xbox's biggest competitor was not another console, but TikTok and movies. More importantly,
Movies?
The game business model has to be everywhere. We have to invent maybe some new interactive media as well. Because after all, gaming's competition is not another game. Gaming's competition is short form video, Nadella said.
Okay.
How? I guess they see anything else. TikTok, movies, video.
What's vying for your time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They expect you to 100% be immersed in. Why not Toto? Is Toto your competitor too? Because people are going to the bathroom. People have to go to work.
Oh wait, do we pick a different Toto? Games. You pick the toilet maker. I pick the Singers of Africa. do 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 do.
Yeah, what? Hey,
Toto the toilet maker.
Music. Nadella's mad that you're listening to music instead of. He said you better be listening to that music on a Zune.
Oh, I still have a Zune. I have a Zune HD. It still pulls down HD radio stations. That's funny that movies is in there and short form video, which is like YouTube Shorts and TikTok, and where you're scrolling reels, Instagram reels, right? You're just scrolling through next and next and next.
Hey, that algorithm can suck your time away. I get it, but.
And that's what the competition is. He's not wrong as far as that goes. Like I got an hour before I need to go to bed. Do I want to go down there and play some more Battlefield, or do I want to just scroll and look at retro PS2 games? He's not wrong.
You want to watch that video, that YouTube video of Macho Nacho remaking the original Xbox?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I have not seen that video.
Remaking
it how?
You remember the original concept for the Xbox, the big metal X?
Yeah.
Yes.
They're making that thing?
He remade it and is now taking it to gaming shows and his work. It works. It's got the disk drive, but it is an original Xbox. He worked with like PCBWay and like all these other collaborators to get this thing working.
Seamus Blackley, some of the original Xbox designers,
polished the hell out of that metal to get that mirror finish.
Wow.
Pretty impressive. The Macho Nacho is a pretty prolific modder, I guess. Okay. You would call him. He usually makes videos modding, handhelds or things like that. So different consoles.
So you and I on the short form video conversation, you and I just took the plunge on a certain small, I don't know if it's a surprise for anybody, a small handheld of a certain type, and I have been watching multiple videos on the best way to set those up and how to get a good image on there and all that sort of stuff. So, have I spent more time watching those videos than I might playing this game, this device, potentially?
Probably.
Because I was like, ooh, I've heard of that company before. And I talked about this thing a couple months ago, and it's still right here, right where it was when I talked about it a few months ago. It's never moved. It still has the original like screen protector thing on it where I haven't pulled off that original screen protector. So these retro handhelds are just raining down upon us at this point.
I mean, there's so many different versions of them too.
Pretty happy with the form factor that you and I have selected.
You know, there's a mini version too, right?
Without the analog nub things.
I was about to say, yeah, it doesn't have the analog nubs.
I think we need this. The videos I've been watching between you and I, we need that size of the one with the nubs on there. It's accurate to the form factor that we're accustomed to. Is it a surprise, your second device? Am I ruining anything by elaborating on this?
No, I don't think they're the people's
viewing, listening.
Okay. But I do know that there was apparently a problem with, we're getting the V2, so it probably is fixed, but that hinge had a problem and would break. So I doubt we'll have that issue.
I've seen a really good comparison that shows the differences, and do not worry about the hinge.
As soon as I saw V2, because I was on the fence when you sent it to me the other day, and then I saw V2. I'm like, okay, well, I'm pretty sure that V2 was probably fixed, so let's go.
Brand, don't worry, this is a good hinge. I've watched enough videos on the hinge. I've watched enough hinge videos.
Hopefully, yeah.
A lot of hinge videos.
A lot of hinge matches, or...
it just
hinge
like
matchups.
I mean, I watch it like versus like this is the comparison that I was looking at. I'm serious. I know way more about the hinge than I should. We're in good hands though. I'm sure Brant and I will be talking about that over the next week or so.
Already shipped, so.
Did yours? I don't think mine did.
Yeah, I think I got a notification this morning that mine had indeed.
I do not.
So
I did see we get a plastic screen protector with ours. Are we gonna try to find a good glass one to slap on there? Order shipped. Yep. I don't have that yet.
Order shipped. That was 19 hours ago.
I'm jealous, Bran. I have shipping envy. I don't think I've encountered that yet. Next up in news, Battlefield RedSec, the free-to-play Battle Royale game accompanying Battlefield 6, is available now. This comes from Chris Gouillon at VGC.com. The new 100-player game is Battlefield's answer to Call of Duty Warzone. This launches alongside the start of Season 1 for Battlefield 6, and it comes with the Battle Pass. There's two main modes, Battle Royale and Gauntlet. The Battle Royale mode holds up to 100 players, but players take part in either 4-player squads or duos. Choose your class and sidearm before dropping in, then work with your squad or duo to earn and unlock additional abilities, gadgets, call-ins, and more to gain a technical advantage, the mode's description reads. Scour the map, blah, blah, blah. We all know how to play Battle Royale modes. The Gauntlet mode, meanwhile, is described as an all-new cutthroat knockout-style, fast-paced elimination experience, which sounds nothing like Warzone or PUBG. Which, quote, pits squads against each other in a series of high-octane missions, some of which will be familiar to Battlefield multiplayer veterans. 8 squads take part in a series of special missions such as Deadlock or Wreckage, with the bottom two teams eliminated after each round. So kind of like a round-robin type thing. When only 2 teams are left, they'll fight each other for the championship. Blah, blah, blah. Customization, blah, blah, blah. Signature sets. Battlefield 6's first season offers 3 waves of free content between October and December. The first wave, arriving today, is called Rogue Ops and includes a new Blackwell Fields map, which I have played on very recently, a strike point mode, and a new vehicle, the APC Traverser Mark II. Friend of the show, Russell, refers to that as the Chevy Traverse, not the APC Traverser. It is a armored tank type thing with a gun at the top. Carbine, sidearm, sniper rifle, and attachments, among other additions. This will be followed by California Resistance on November 18th, which adds a new Eastwood map, a limited time sabotage mode, a new shotgun, new sidearm, and new attachment, and a new, quote, battle pickups, end quote, feature. Finally, Winter Offensive will come on December 9th, bringing with it a limited time event called Ice Lock, along with a limited time Ice Lock Empire State map, an ice climbing axe melee weapon, and more. We have yet to play this Red Sec mode. We talked about it Saturday. That fell apart. I think that was the main reason for that because I went to sleep and communication ceased amongst the group. But this is a pretty good path as far as content and what to expect for Battlefield going forward. I played a good bit of Battlefield over the past, a couple hours over the past week. And that new armored tank thing is a lot of fun. And that Badland, what was it called? Badlands? Something's like oil lands. Like you see these oil rigs with the fires burning on top of them and stuff. It looks, it's a very good map. Do you remember the level? I can't remember the name of it from Donkey Kong Country, where Donkey Kong Country returns. It might have been Tropical Freeze. But you've been playing this game, seeing the characters, all that sort of stuff. And then you see, your Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. Then the sun is like behind you. And you just see shadows of the characters against the backdrop and stuff. That's kind of what this map did as far as the lighting and things like that go. It's incredibly unique as far as a shooter goes. Especially a multiplayer one. But it gives a whole different like next generation vibe on shadows and color and angles, and it's just that's immediately what I thought of. I was like, oh, it's like Donkey Kong Country Returns. This has that same shadow in the forefront. You see the characters, but you can't really make out details and stuff because of the shadows and lighting and stuff. And it's a pretty map, that one that you play on. Brant, what's next? What's coming to Animal Crossing? Am I gonna play this one?
So this was kind of out of the blue. It was
came out of nowhere.
Nintendo dropped a Animal Crossing New Horizons is getting a free update next year, along with a Nintendo Switch 2 edition,
which is also free.
No, it's not free, unfortunately.
What do you mean, Brant? What's our path to victory?
So the Nintendo Switch 2 edition will release along with the new upgrade for the game January 15th, 2026. The update is free, but the Switch 2 edition, if you would like to buy it outright, is $64.99. If you've already got the game and just need to do the upgrade path, it's $4.99.
Okay, so that's not bad. And that gives you mouse controls and 4K resolution?
Yes, it actually upgrades the resolution, adds Joy-Con. There's a new item called the Megaphone, which allows you to call out to your residents, and the microphone on your console will pick that up, and your residents will, kind of off in the distance answer you, and you can go and find them.
It's kind of interesting, right?
It also allows for more multiplayer support, where 8 players could go to your island. Now it will be up to 12 players, along with camera support, to where you'll have like the little camera bubbles over people's character's head.
Oh yeah,
just like we had the Mario Kart, and you can see everybody's reaction to stuff.
Loved it.
But the free update that is actually coming to the regular edition actually,
what does that give us?
Has a lot of stuff coming too. They showed off Some pretty cool collaborations. There was some like Lego crossover stuff, as well as some Splatoon items, as well as characters. I would say they're basically like these new woodland creature characters that are themed after some of the Inklings.
Okay.
And then as well as Tears of the Kingdom, you had like Tulin and Minoru characters that can come visit your island, and a whole bunch of Zelda stuff that you can
Zelda
go and collect.
crossovers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But on top of that, you have the ability to upgrade your home storage. You can store up to 9,000 items, which has been upped from 5,000. There's a new mechanic which I thought was a little odd. Like, you go to sleep, and then while you're asleep, you get taken to Slumber Island, where you can make up to like 3 different locations, 3 different islands, and basically completely create and sculpt an island. You can even bring your friends and have them help you, and but I'm like, oh great, now my character can't even go to sleep and just sleep. They have to work while they're asleep too.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, this person can't get a break.
It's a Soviet Animal Crossing.
They did show off a brand new like a pier that comes off of your island, with a hotel, ran by Captain's family. Captain's the little frog character that sails the little boat.
Frog ship guy, yeah.
And they run a hotel, and you can decorate, they tell you to decorate the rooms a certain way. They give you the all the pieces that you need. You decorate it, have guests come and stay, and then you can go to the gift shop in the hotel and buy certain special like gifts. And they showed, as you upgrade and do things in the hotel, you get different items specific to the hotel, including special legacy Nintendo items, like things themed after the Nintendo's old toys, and even gaming consoles. And just like in the I would say the original, but
Director's
the GameCube
Cut.
version of Animal Crossing.
Forest. Yeah.
With a caveat, if you have a active Nintendo Switch Online account, you can take those NES consoles or Super Nintendo consoles or whatever and play select classic titles within Animal Crossing. They also showed off like Rossetti. You can talk to Rossetti and he can like clean up parts of your island, and put your stuff back in storage and whatnot if you want to just kind of like reset a certain area and redesign, re-put things out.
Like a clean sweep type of thing.
Trying to think if there was anything else. But it's a pretty substantial
yeah,
update.
For sure. After all this time. VGC notes that nearly 50 million copies sold, Animal Crossing New Horizons is one of the best-selling Nintendo games of all time. Think of all time. 40 plus years of selling games.
Yeah.
And however, the company surprisingly ended major support for the title in 2021, just 18 months after release. So to get this brand new update, 4 years after that? It's kind of crazy. This was the game of 2020. This was like the COVID game for a lot of people on the Switch.
I was about to say, because it released right there during COVID, it became extremely popular. I know me and my family got really into it because we all had New Leaf on the 3DS.
Yep.
And played it decently. And then when this came out, I mean, we just went all gung-ho. I even went as far as to, the game got so big that there was a group created called Nookazon, and it's a Discord group
Go on.
just made for the fact that, like, oh, you want this specific piece of furniture, you can go on here, look for somebody that's selling it, and here's their price. Okay,
Friend code.
You send them a message, they send you a friend code, you go and meet them, you drop the money, they drop the item, and then you wave thank you and
what
leave.
was that called?
It's
Nookazon.
Nookazon.
I don't remember hearing this at the time. That's crazy. What did you buy off of there, Brant?
Oh my gosh, there were so many things, because you could go through there and just like look at this whole catalog of all this different like special furniture, because most of the time you've got to wait for certain items to like cycle through your shop, and
right, you gotta
all
wait for
this,
Timmy and Tommy to decide whether they want to hold on to it or not.
Right. So it became like, oh, I want to do this, and like, oh gosh, I don't have this, or I'm who knows when I'm gonna see this, so I can just give this person 1,200 bells, and okay, whatever, they'll give me that.
We made a good exchange here. I'm glad we could meet on Reddit. The Nookazon. Did you ever subscribe to Nookazon Prime? That's all I need to know, Brant.
That pushy little what is he? Is he a tanuki or a raccoon?
I can't remember.
He might be a tanuki.
I feel like they called them raccoons.
He might be a raccoon. I don't know.
Brant,
But,
I don't recall seeing the
he's
characteristic tanuki abilities.
he's pushy, and he wants me to go in more and more debt. But no, I did not join Nookazon Prime.
Are you watching any new content on Nookazon Prime Video? Have you bought any books on your Nookazon Kindle?
Nookazon Kindle.
Are you streaming IPTV via your Nookazon Fire TV?
Fire Stick, yeah.
Oh man, it's crazy seeing Animal Crossing get new content after all this time.
It is.
Does this seem like a holdover for the
update
for the next one? Yeah, giant update is the better term. It's not new content; it's giant update.
Yeah, I know a lot of people were, like, okay, but when's the next one? You couldn't just, because like you said, they had kind of pulled their support for it. But I think this is just another. Okay, well, we got the Switch 2. The most we can do right now is easiest thing. It's printing money. Just a Switch 2 edition. Boom. You immediately get another influx of people. You get people back playing it. So, and I mean, the cheapest upgrade path so far was like $1. So this at like $4.99 is really not that bad, because I think the ones for Kirby and stuff were like 10.
Some of them are 20, or Zelda 20.
Yeah, I think the Zelda one was like 20, but we got that with the NSO Plus membership. It's included
the family
in there,
membership for sure. Are they testing the boundaries on how far people will mess with this? Or is it like install base?
I don't know.
50 plus million people have Animal Crossing New Horizons. You get $5 out of half of those people. It's not too bad.
Yeah, right.
You think half of the people that bought that are gonna pick up that add-on either for their Switch or their Switch 2? The smart thing is making this compatible for Switch 1, right? This is not a Switch 2 exclusive. I think we should stress that, because we're 6 months into the Switch 2 now. This is not a Switch 2 exclusive, like, add-on expansion. You don't need the big new $500 machine to do this.
Yeah. They both come out at the same time, but
there's a big update for the original Switch that gets you a whole bunch of this content.
Mm-hmm.
Did the mouse
the only
controls
thing is
work for the mouse controls Switch with the USB? Or is that a Switch 2 exclusive?
It's a Switch 2 exclusive thing. So
I never I mean, I could see
Which
where you
that
could use that
they
in that game,
they
but I don't.
showed it. They showed it just like making it easier to move furniture and stuff.
Okay, that
And
part checks
there's
out.
like a message board you could write on, you know. So they showed the mouse controls for like writing on that, but I mean, overall, I don't see it making being a huge improvement.
It's not gonna make you think you have a next gen version, right? It's still the Switch version with some extra tweaks.
Yeah.
Very cool to get that new content, but I'm assuming the next Animal Crossing is gonna be a Switch 2 exclusive. I would assume. Newer Horizons, whatever they decide to call it.
Bigger horizons, next horizon.
Much larger. Over the Horizon Zero Dawn, Horizon Zero Dawn. I killed my last news story. You might have to take this one, Brant. I totally closed out of it. What's our PlayStation Plus games? Is that essential? Oh yeah, it is essential coming up.
Yes. So this is the beginning of the month. So we have our PlayStation Plus monthly games for November. We have Stray. Very good game about a little kitty cat in a dystopian future kind of thing.
Again?
For PS4 and PS5.
You streamed this game like the whole thing.
Yeah, I was about to say we got it. I think it might have been on like extra or premium though.
Oh, one of the upper tiers.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
But now it's just one of the regular Plus games.
Now it's on Essential. Yeah.
We have EA Sports WRC 24 for PS5. And Tabs.
I'm actually excited about that WRC game. I've been craving some rally racing for some reason. I don't know what it is. Tabs. What is Tabs?
Tabs. Totally accurate battle simulator for PS4 and PS5. That's that
Say it
crazy,
again, Brent. Sounded like a lost the lead.
Totally accurate battle simulator.
Be the leader of red and blue. I've never heard of this.
And then of course, let's say it says, oh, that's today. If you, as of doing this right now, if you're watching our stream,
get it now.
Go add Alan Wake, Goat Simulator 3, and Cocoon to your libraries.
Get them quickly. Get them quickly.
Because they are about to leave.
As of this recording tonight, I may try to get this episode up tonight, so you may be listening to this and have a last-minute ditch effort to get this done.
Possibly.
No telling. Always watch the show. You never know what free games you've already paid for might constitute listening. I don't come to the show for the three guys' opinions on games. I just come to figure out where my free shit's at.
Where's my free shit?
Where's my free shit? I guess the big winner here is Stray. Stray's a good game, right? You enjoyed your time with it?
Stray's very good. Stray's very good.
Developed by Blue 12 Studio, a small team from south of France. I wonder what their next title is, or what their next adventure might be. Those are good games. It's not an amazing month, right? For Essential.
No, but it's not a terrible month either.
I'm actually really excited about that WRC for some reason. I might fucking stream some of that.
That might not be bad.
So I've been watching, we talked about the PS2 anniversary and all that. I've been watching a lot of Ridge Racer stuff. And I've always liked like Sega Rally Championship, Sega Rally Revo for the PS3 and 360. I've always liked rally games for some reason. They just felt, they always had a more arcade feel to it, but with that simulation flair to it outside of like a Gran Turismo or like Forza Horizon. It has that Sega Rally feel to it. It's a spiritual successor, in my opinion, to that same type of game. So I have some of these WRCs over the years. I don't know if I have any of the EA Sports affiliated ones, but that'll be interesting. I didn't know Stray was a PS4 game. That's pretty cool. WRC 24 is only PS5, and Tabs is for PS4 and PS5. That data of PS4 still being one of the majority of your PlayStation Plus. I mean, we see it. We see it in these monthly games, right? We see these games that support PS4 and PS5 at the same time.
I wish I could remember what it was, but there was something that was talked about the other day that's a pretty decent release coming out next year, and it's still going to release for the PS4.
Wow. So. Was it like a Fortnite expansion or one of those whale type titles?
No, I'm serious. Remember, I don't remember. Oh, well, Fortnite wasn't. It was Genshin was taking away their support for PS4.
Same thing with PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Friend of the show Charles was talking about that.
But it was something else that's like it's a pretty decent release from one of the big publishers. Still talking about how this is going to be on PS5 and PS4, and it's like we're still talking about PS4 going into 2026. It's still getting releases, which is crazy. But then on the same hand, we're talking about what's the PS6 going to look like?
Yeah, this has lasted so much longer. I don't know if it's a COVID hangover / effect or game requirements or like I don't know what the term is, but I was thinking about this the other day. Like, did I need a PS5? Did I have to have a PS5 for anything? Did I have to have a Series X? I got it
if you think about it, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and all of that came out. I mean, Spider-Man 2.
I haven't played that one. I'm playing Remake Intergrade on ROG Ally.
About to say most of the other stuff that either came to it or was a timed exclusive has come out, to Steam or anywhere else. I mean,
so I have loved Final Fantasy 16, and I could only play that on PS5 versus PS4.
Right.
And I have loved every second that I spent with Steam Astrobot for PS5. What's that?
It's on Steam now.
It is on Steam.
But Astrobot isn't.
Astrobot is not.
Astrobot's a great game.
Fantastic. There's a lot of... I meant to send you guys this. Walmart has a huge Astrobot merch section. Like, they have a whole new... I guess it's for the holidays. They have a whole new PlayStation merchandise section with a bunch of Last of Us stuff, God of War stuff, and Astrobot. And I was like, holy shit. As a matter of fact,
next time you're over there, snap a picture.
I've got a picture, and I just forgot to send it to you guys. I will absolutely add it to the Discord. Just remind me so you can take a look at it. And if there's anything you want me to pick up, let me know. I'll look at the t-shirts and all that. I think it's a Last of Us t-shirt. But it's a whole section next to because I look at my local Walmart we always hear about the dwindling Xbox section, and mine is holding on strong. There's nothing wrong with it. I see X's, I see S's, I see headsets, I see controllers, plenty of games. That Xbox section is holding on strong. So I always look, but I saw that PlayStation merchandise, and I was like, well, this is interesting. It's kind of cool seeing all this shit out here. Brant, let's talk games played. Are you ready for this?
Let's go.
Brant, do you like shooters?
Yeah.
Yes. Brant, are you a boomer?
A boomer?
Excellent. I have a game for you. It's a boomer shooter. It's called Darkenstein 3D. This was a free game on Steam, and it is still free, as I see here. I'm not sure where they're going to make their money back, because you can get the soundtrack for $8.99. This is I don't know how else to put it outside of imagine if id Software made a Wolfenstein 3D with today's tools and today's game writing, maybe. So not where they went with Wolfenstein New Order and Wolfenstein 2 New Colossus, which are phenomenal games. Think of like what today's modern engine would look like with Wolfenstein 3D, but with some great. The character's like he's like a mountain man. I don't know how else to describe him. And he's looking for his dog. So it's like so this is a World War II shooter. Now let me back up. If you've not played a Wolfenstein game, Brand, I know you're familiar with this lore. Wolfenstein is like a World War II, kill Nazis, kill German shepherds as they run after you, explore the castle, find keys, open up gates. This is early 3D shooters that we grew up with alongside Doom and Dark Forces and Duke Nukem. This was of that ilk, I guess you could say. But this guy is like this mountain man. He's like a woolly dude. And they took his dog, so it's got a John Wick spin to it. So he's trying to get his dog.
And what's with the giant rat?
I haven't faced one of the rats yet.
Yeah, I see it on the store page. Yeah, you see this big dude with the.
Is it still free?
With the hat, the gun. Yeah, it's still free.
Okay, add this to your library, and I think it says Steam Deck unknown. It is flawless on the Steam Deck. It's like it was made for the Steam Deck. It plays perfectly. It's bloody. It's gory. You look for keys. The main character is looking for his dog. This is a hell of an experience, and it's free. I have paid for games and not had as much fun as this free game. You're laughing at something. What'd you find?
I'm looking at it. I mean, it looks, it looks like like Doom, but then at certain points it says there's like aliens and zombies, and then it starts looking like Metroid with that part, and there's all sorts of weapons. It said something about throw a rat, and he does. He takes a rat and throws
it. There's a really satisfying kick mechanic. So it's almost like your melee. He doesn't knife anything or, throw the butt of the shotgun out there to kill anything. You're kicking. But there's also a stamina meter, so you can't just go around kicking everything that you find. So you'll run out of stamina
pretty quick. There's a game like
quick.
that already.
Yeah, there is. There's plenty of stamina simulators you can play. This is kind of in the stamina simulator genre. But I've had a lot of fun with it. And there was a couple times, and I played maybe 30, 45 minutes. This is the first level. But I just laughed. Like, he said something crazy based off of something that I did in the environment. It wasn't like a set piece. And I just laughed at what this character was saying. And he's looking for his dog. It's like there's a whole John Wick angle behind it. And I thought that was super cool. That's Darkenstein 3D, and it is free on Steam. Add it to your library. Plays on Steam Deck flawlessly, beautifully. I've been playing some Battlefield 6 with friend of the show, Mark's Night. It is the same game we played during the beta. Maybe a little better looking. As I'm playing it, I'm like, God, this game looks fucking awesome. I picked it up on PS5. I think that's what most of us play the beta on. And you can still feel like when you're running across the map, you feel the footsteps in the DualSense. It's got an absolutely great DualSense integration. I could feel the footsteps of people when they're close to me. It's good. We had some aggravating rounds. We had some good rounds. We still had that Battlefield push, pull. Friend of the show, Mark's Night, there was you try to take objectives. So it's like A, B, C, D, E. And we were right in the middle of the map. We were on C. And he somehow, as everybody around him was getting dropped, and he wasn't even the medic. So if you're a medic, you have like the defibrillator, right? So you can run around and somebody reses immediately. So he's not. So he's just a normal character. You have to, I call him injecting him with insulin. You have to like grab the person, move him out of harm, and inject him, right? Yeah. So he was doing that over and over and over and just bouncing between different people. And we fucking took that point. And I'm watching, we repelled this whole invasion. I pinged enemies. I took a couple down. And he just went around rezzing everybody. And I was like, how did this happen? This was all you. You did this. You took this point for us because you ran around saving everybody's asses as soon as they went down. But I think I might want to play as the medic more often, because when a medic comes by you and just hits you with that defibrillator and brings you right back up and you're right back in the action, it's awesome. You feel like you don't miss anything, and man, they're just a superstar. Thank you. And now I can continue, and you don't have to get the whole insulin dragging and all that sort of stuff. We also played with friend of the show, Jordan. I don't know if you know that individual or not, Brant. But we played some rounds this afternoon, and had some good ones with the tank. There was that Badlands level that I was telling you about, and Russell and I played a round where he died one time. I had 3 deaths, but we just stayed in the vehicle. It's very vehicle heavy. So as soon as you start on either of those spawn points, there's like 20 vehicles lined up. So that's kind of the main gist of that whole map. And it's cool how it breaks up the variety where it's not just take the objectives. It's vehicle driven, almost like a Warhawk feel. Did you play a lot of Warhawk back in the day or ever experience? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it wouldn't behoove you to run from A to C, right? In Warhawk, you were better off getting in a Jeep and trying to do some base running and take over those bases and move that spawn point forward. So getting in the vehicles and doing all that, like pushing and trying to take some of those bases and spawn points, it really behooved that format for Battlefield, and it was pretty cool. I didn't play any more Final Fantasy X. God, there's something else I played, and I'm totally blanking on it.
You said you picked up the Portal and kind of tinkered around on it.
I did fire up the PlayStation Portal. It's been a few months, and I was like, I need to update this thing. It had no updates. I've gotten a new Wi-Fi network, which has the same SSIDs and everything. And it balked at connecting to the PS5 for a long time. And I'm like, what is happening here? But I restarted both the PS5 and the Portal. And then I started up the first level of Time Splitters 2 via that backwards compatible, I don't even know what they're calling it, where they release like PS2 classics on PS4 and PS5, which I feel like it's been a long time since they did one, right? Is there
It's been a minute.
Is there one we've been excited about on the caliber of like a Time Splitters trilogy or Sly Cooper trilogy or anything?
The last game that they did, which was 2 months or so ago, was that Legacy of Kain game that
it's kind of a big deal. Ghost Hunter, remember when they did Capcom's Ghost Hunter?
Yeah,
that's like a very expensive game.
They haven't given us a decent PSP or PS2 release in a minute. I mean, they just dropped Tekken 3, but like that was it. That was the only premium game, was Tekken 3.
And that feels like a wild card, right? Like we already had this ready to go. We're just waiting until we have nothing, and then we can roll this one out.
Mm-hmm.
So I played a little bit of Time Splitters 2, and the playback on it was flawless. I was like, God, this Portal is such a great device. I need to integrate this more into my gameplay every day or every week and see what happens with it. We were gonna play some of that Battlefield Red Sec this weekend, but like I said, that was on me. That kind of fell apart, and I think everybody has Lethal Company now. Did I read that right?
It was on sale for like $650, I think. So
okay,
I think
everybody jumped.
I think everybody jumped.
And I just noticed on the Humble store, through IGN. IGN is the one that runs the Humble store. They have a 4-key pack of certain games. And one of them was like this firefighting game called Ember. So I looked at that and I was like, do I grab this 4-key pack? But I might comb through there. You know, we're about to come up to a bunch of holiday sales and stuff. And I might comb through there and see what we can find 4-player.
Steam winter sale, baby.
What's that?
Steam winter sale.
When does that start? I feel like we just got over the fall sale. Oh, Brant, let's spend some more money.
Coming to Steam.
Yeah. I think I just saw Bleach playing 2 games on Steam. The little notification popped up on the bottom of my screen, so I know he's killing his Steam Deck. He loves it.
He loves that thing, man.
Yeah. We convert to that. I'm perfectly happy with at least dropping Xbox. I feel like PlayStation offers a little bit more. And I would actually get that PlayStation Plus Premium since I have a Portal. I would stream that catalog stuff to I'm serious. Like, it opens up this whole other amount of funds that, like, sure, now that doesn't look outrageous. You look at like 125 or whatever it is per year, like that's not that horrible compared to what Xbox was trying to go up to. I don't know. I feel like all that stuff's going to course correct at some point. I feel like it's kind of gotten out of whack, and there's already discourse about the price, so I think there's going to be even more corrections there. Man, I'm missing something. I played something else. I don't know what it is though, so I'm gonna hand it over to you, young Brant.
The only game that I've had time and that I've been absolutely tearing up was Pokemon ZA.
Oh yeah. You said you finished it. How did you finish it? Holy shit. Tore that thing up, man. It's like every free second you had, you're killing it. Your second job, like Cesar said with Tears of the Kingdom.
It's pretty good. It's got a decent story. But yeah, that whole end, I mean, it culminates to, the big finish. It's pretty good. I really, really enjoyed it. Like I said before, it's took my one complaint with Arceus, which was and I got it. The main thing with that was Pokemon research. You're going around just capturing and researching all these Pokemon, but
yeah,
there weren't with Pokemon. You're like, where's the battles? Where's the encounters? You did like, I don't know, a small handful in that game, which this one you're doing battles all the time. There's always somebody to fight. And it's just, it's good. They brought back Mega Evolutions. The whole Kalos region from X and Y was, when I got back into those Pokemon games. So it was cool to revisit that area.
Right.
And it takes place 5 years after the events of those games. So you get to see some of the aftermath and things that are going on. So and how those
do you
the
need
two
to have played
stories
those,
kind
or
of
is it just
coincide.
a subtle touch?
No, I mean, you don't really have to. It's one of those things where it's like, oh, you kind of get a little bit more out of it, but they explain to you like, oh, this is who, like, the main group in that game was Team Flare, and it gets brought up like, oh, who was Team Flare, and they go over like, oh, that was these people, and here's what they did, and that's what happened. This was 5 years ago. And, oh, okay. So they do a quick rundown for you, even if you hadn't played those games.
Right.
But there's, even after you beat it, there's still a good bit to do. And then
post-game.
Even though I bemoan it, next year, what's it, next February, we get the DLC, so I'm sure that's going to bring a little bit more story bit to it, as well as
keep you engaged, another round of engagement.
More things to do, yeah. So yeah, with post game, there's always like, oh, you can finish up all the other little side quests and collect all the this and all the that, So it'll be fun, and plus that's, as you kept progressing, more little wild zones became active to where you had more areas to go and catch different types of Pokemon. And so after the post game, there's like a big area in the center that gets open, and that's where you can go and like capture all of like the rest of the starters and things that you didn't catch at the beginning.
Cool.
So you can fill out, the Pokedex and whatnot. So.
I always had FOMO with those, like, okay, I'm never gonna get this thing because I didn't pick that one, or I didn't have somebody to trade with to get the Squirtle.
Oh no, there's something with that too, is like technically you have to trade. People have found out ways around the trading, but there's certain there's a character in the game that's like, oh, I need you to do these things as like research, and you get research points for completing these little things, these little milestones, and part of them is link trading. But people have taken like basically the Mon's number and you go to like trade, you go to link trade, and you just put in like, if the Pokemon's number is 42, you'd put like 00420042 because it's an 8-digit code, and it'll connect you to a random person that's also trying to trade the same thing. So you just trade for trade.
That's helpful.
But other than that, even if you don't trade, you can some of those little wild zones, you walk in or you do a side quest or part of the story, and it's like, oh, you can't, you didn't have somebody to trade with to evolve your Hunter to Gengar, but hey, look, here's just a wild Gengar, catch it, you know. So
that's cool.
And basically almost all of those Pokemon that you have to trade for, I've seen them in the wild. So now they may be a little harder to catch, but yeah, you can do it.
That's awesome.
So
I like that, but it takes down that barrier of the FOMO, right? Like you missed out, or didn't get it in time,
you didn't have somebody else
playthrough's hosed. Yeah, that's cool.
Like you said, you didn't have anybody else in your friend group that got the game, or you know what. So, but yeah, it's a good one. I definitely recommend this. If Jeremy were here, I would recommend it to him, and I would tell him I'd play it with him, but I've already beaten it. So
tell him to grab the Z's to the A's.
Maybe you both can grab it, and you can. he knows better.
You pitch that to him and see what he says. I think I know exactly how this will go.
You'd go, nice try, but I know better now.
Yep.
But so far, that's it for me. Nothing else acquired or played.
Right before we leave, I reached out to a friend of the show, Joel, about the Time Splitters maps. I said, I just talked about our Time Splitters 2 maps on the podcast. Any chance we could track down that memory card? The reply, I got 4 GameCube memory cards that ain't been touched in fucking 25 years.
Holy shit.
My reply, sir, please. His reply, I'll mail them to you tomorrow. I'm telling you, Time Splitters 2 with me, you, Stuart, and Hal was like the funnest shit ever. Did you ever meet friends of the show, Stuart and Hal?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, I know Hal.
You know Hal?
Yep.
If this was my first experience with Resident Evil on GameCube, Hal introduced me to another love of mine, which was Heineken at the time. And Cup Noodle also, as a matter of fact. Yeah. So maybe if I get a hold of those memory cards, I stream that content and see what's on those things and see if we can boot up some maps. That would be fucking awesome. That would make my year. That'd be a miracle. All right. Is that it for us this episode?
I think that's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this week, and we will catch you next week. Bye.
See you.
Adios.